This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
We are back with Lynn Winters, our Professional of the Year. Congratulations again. Kayuka Energy Arts is as a certified hypnotist, past life regression. She does a lot. She's a Reiki master, clearly helping so many. And we're going to dive into, well, of course, the Winter Self-Hypnosis series, as well as talk about some of the training she does, the work she does, and of course, how she can help you kind of reprogram and get out of the past and really just live the best life ever. So let me have you introduce yourself, and you could probably say this better. What do you do, Lynn?
I am a Reiki master. I also am certified in hypnosis, and I have a winter self-hypnosis series of recordings that help a lot of common pains and conditions.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about chronic pain today, right?
Yes, we are.
Well, explain the concept of what happens. A lot of us do have chronic pain, go to the medical doctor, and the medications can maybe help. There's
Yes.
alternatives, but this is I'm interested to find out how you can help with this as well.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I want to extend my compassion for people that live with chronic pain. It can feel like it's ruining your life. It's very, very hard to get your mind on anything as long as you're suffering from chronic pain. And I also am compassionate for the people that really pursue trying to do something about it. Finding out what's the cause and having treatments or therapy or medications. And that's really wonderful. And I know it's very hard.
Yeah.
So having said that, I want to go to the pain topic itself. And even though you may have a condition that is rooted in your leg or your head or any other body part, that experience of pain is actually felt and experienced in your head, in your brain first, and then you experience the pain that goes to a specific locations. And so because without your brain you would not be experiencing pain, that's why hypnosis or meditation can really help you manage your pain. It can lessen. Sometimes it can also take the pain away completely. And so what I wanted to just introduce to the audience is you do have another tool that you can use to help manage that chronic pain, whether it's lessen it or eliminate it. But at the very least, you're going to feel like you're participating in doing something about it and not just surrendering your choices or your options to something that's on the outside of you.
Now, let me ask though, chronic pain in particular, you mentioned also the brain. So what's going on with the brain with chronic pain?
With the brain, you wouldn't experience pain if your brain didn't tell you there was pain.
Got it. So, I mean, there's medicines that people like numb the brain signals, I guess. Is that what it is?
Yes.
They block it.
Yes, true. But you can also get in there with your brain through hypnosis. And I have on the Winter's Self-Hypnosis series a recording called Pain Management. And there are 3 different techniques in that recording that help with pain management. For example, once you get into a trance, which would be in the theta state of the brain, you are able to access the part of your brain that's registering that pain, and you can actually turn down the dial of the pain and lessen the pain. You can participate in the chronic pain's alleviation that way.
Wow. Oh my
With
goodness.
no medicine. Yeah.
And do you want to, walk us through this a little bit about the winter self-hypnosis process?
Yes. First of all, when you are listening to the pain management recording, you're going to become very, very relaxed. Remember that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. No one can make you do anything. You are your own advocate. And it's really the hypnotist helps you with relaxation and imagination. It can't control you. No one can control you. And so you will just go along with the imagery and become more and more relaxed. And you will take yourself through those different brain vibrations of being in beta, where it's everyday life and you may be learning something or taking in information, and then into alpha, where it's emotional and imagination, and meditation is often there. And then you can go down deeper into theta, and theta is, you've been in and out of theta all the time. It's like when
Okay.
you drive somewhere for a very long time
Uh-huh.
and you don't know how you got there.
Scary. Happens a lot.
Yeah, I know, right? And so that's theta, and that in that place, you can access your subconscious brain and your subconscious mind, and you can actually get in there and participate in that pain meter. I like to call it a pain meter, and actually watch it turn the dial down of that pain. And when I was learning how to do hypnosis for pain management, I my teacher uh, took me through hypnosis and got me in that place and helped turn down the dial, and then pinched my arm really, really, really hard, and I didn't feel it.
Wow.
And then when I came out, I noticed that there were nail prints from this nail in my arm,
Ooh.
not bloody or anything, but it was that hard, and I never felt it. So I'm telling you firsthand that these techniques really work for me, and they may work for you.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right. I want to hear more. Okay. Go ahead. Continue. So, with your own self-hypnosis series, though, how often are we doing this and when do you expect to feel the results? And do we have to continue to keep feeling the results of being, less of less pain, I should say?
Yes, you can feel the results of it in a positive way right away. It may take several times for you to do it. The more often you go through hypnosis, the deeper you go and the easier it gets to get there. So you can use it as much as you feel that you need to use it. It's harmless. It's actually only helpful. And if you feel like you still need to use medication, that's all really good and great. It's not that I'm against doctors or medications or, massage therapy or anything like that. I'm only saying that there is another tool, especially when you're suffering from chronic pain and you just feel like you're out of your mind with pain. And what else can you do? You've done everything. Well, I'm telling you that there is another technique, and it does work for a lot of people.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And let me ask, you've been doing this, obviously, you're certified in hypnosis, you're a Reiki master. Clearly, you know a lot about energy. Could you share some experience of some of the clients that you've helped with this process and, what they went through and what they're going through now?
Yes. A lot of people, first of all, only think that there are limited options for them to deal with their chronic pain. And people come to hypnosis for pain relief after they've tried everything else. And so they're very stressful, and very discouraged. And so once they get into the hypnosis and they start beginning to experience some of these hypnosis techniques that reduce pain, they feel it right away, and they're very, very encouraged. So I have never actually had anyone that it didn't help to some degree, ever. I would recommend that people give it a shot, especially since it can really make your life not worth living if you're in
Uh,
terrible pain. So
mm,
try it.
all right. What else do you have for us today?
Another thing that I wanted to talk about with pain is I also do past life regression. And if you have if you're that open-minded and you want to participate in getting more information, you can actually get a lot of information from the pain, the chronic pain that you have. Or if you are born with a certain condition and you want to know why you were born with that condition, oftentimes if you go into past life regression and you address that condition, you can ask the condition itself where it came from and what lifetime and what's the lesson that it brings. And so if you have a hip injury or something that you were born with, let's say the socket of your hip was shaped like an egg instead of round,
Mm-hmm.
and you do past life regression and you want to find out why that is, through your own subconscious, it can give you the information that there's something in that lifetime where maybe you had hurt your hip that has information that you can connect to this lifetime, that there's something that you didn't finish in that lifetime, that injury or that condition is trying to remind you to finish in this lifetime.
Interesting. And so now let me ask you this, because it's true. We're holding, what is it, energy patterns. I don't know if it's DNA or what, right? From our past. And you really could relieve that in this generation. If you're helping the person today, does that relieve it and release it for future generations too?
Yes, actually, it depends on what the messages are that you need to work on. So
Wow.
if you get the information, let's say you have a condition that's chronic or that you came to the earth plane with, or even something that happened recently, and you do past life regression and you get the information of what you need to be working on in this lifetime that may have been unfinished from another lifetime. Once you get that information, just the information alone isn't going to release it. You have to do something with that information and perhaps change something or start to add something that you didn't add last time. It could be something as simple as self care. It could be something that would be maybe there's an area of your life that you really, really have a passion for, but you've never done anything with yet. You don't know what it's going to be, but
Yeah.
with the information, it's really important that you do something with the information in order to get the results of that information.
Got it. All right. Wow. And does that last? Like, do you need like touch-ups on that in a sense?
I think it depends on how committed you are to changing yourself. You know, conditions or physical um, circumstances are often caused by the way you think and the way you feel and the choices that you're making. And so I've had people come to Reiki sessions and they feel great relief, and then they go right back and do the same things that caused that condition. And so they're going to have to continue to get the Reiki to relieve it. But it's all up to you to change how you live your life that would be more compassionate and more self-supporting than the way
Mm-hmm.
you had been living.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm hypnotized. And people are like, wow, no, this is fascinating. This is just, it's great to hear all these different alternatives and modalities. I know growing up, it was just different, right? It was like medical doctors, that's it. And then, yeah, now this whole energy healing, it's obviously working and doing wonders for so many. And how do you use your energy healing to help yourself? Just curious. And you can do that as a Reiki master, right?
Yes, I use it often. Even short spurts of it. If I have a headache or if I have some kind of like if my energy is low, I use it all the time and give myself Reiki. And sometimes I also do the recordings myself. And sometimes I every day do meditation, deep meditation. Yes. So I'm constantly practicing. I think that once you begin to make that commitment to use these tools, your consciousness about the choices that you're making seems to change, and you can actually get ahead of making those choices that cause the situation. So
Yeah.
it's something I live. You can live it, or you can practice, or you can visit it. But I think that it's something that's worth trying.
Wow. All right. Well, I want to try it. How do we get started? And the process of doing the self hypnosis by yourself, right? Because once you get started, this is at home, we're doing it ourselves in a sense with the recordings. Could you share a little bit about that, how it works?
If you go to Keuka, that's Keuka, energyarts.com, you'll find all of the Winter Self Hypnosis series there. There are 7 different ones, and you'll have a description. There will also be little excerpts that you can hear my voice and get a taste of what it's like. You can order them there, and you can download them into your phone or into your computer. And incidentally, don't drive and do them for obvious reasons. But they will really work. The thing that's so great about them, and one of the reasons I made them, is because I really want to contribute alternatives for people in their own home and in their own lifestyle that can be life friendly and not have to go to an appointment, and also something that's more affordable for them than just doctor's appointments. Not that doctor's appointments are not great, but I'm just saying that if you go and make a Reiki appointment, then, which is great too, it's going to cost a lot more, or a hypnosis appointment. It's going to cost more to go in person than it would be to use your downloaded recording. So that's why I made them.
Oh my goodness. All right. I gotta listen to them. And you also offer, I could use some help. Let me ask you, no, but really for hypnosis, there's so many things. I know today we're focusing on the pain, the chronic pain and all of that, but for new timers out there tuning in, it's just, tell us the other benefits and of course what it's working on.
Well, there's also stress release, which is always the cause of everything. And so that also has three different types of techniques that you can use. And the back music also has three different sound therapies in it that will help each specific condition. There are two tracks on each CD. One of them has the dialogue that I wrote and recorded that's specifically for those conditions. And then the second track is only what I call the back music. And let's say you listen to the recording with a dialogue a lot of times, but you can't stop because there may be people around and listen to the recording again when you need it. If you just listen to the back music, you'll still have the same impact without the trance. And so it's made life friendly as possible.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I can get so enthralled and so in. I've done I've done hypnosis only two, I guess three times in my life. And it was it was more of a hypnosis for like a past life situation to help me from like my childhood. And then I had these recordings. This I think it was a little different though. And then what I did, but that was a few years ago. And honestly, I really don't know if it even helped me because I look back and I'm like, wait, I'm still thinking about it. Is that normal? Do things come back after a while? Could they? I mean,
I think that you may not have understood what was given to you. I don't
true.
make recordings of my hypnosis sessions because it's so easy for us to judge ourselves afterwards
Yeah,
and to compare. And I think that there's a lot to be said for whatever energy field you're in when you're listening to it and what you can harvest. I call it harvest the healing and information that you can harvest at that moment. I think is more pertinent for you to move into the next moment than it is to compare yourself with keeping up with some kind of list of things you're supposed to do.
true.
Only
Exactly.
only you know what you needed and what you got from it at that moment. And we can only take what we're ready to get at that moment.
True. All right. And things could change. Obviously, you may be ready for more, a different place in your life, different time in your life. All right.
Right,
No, I
right.
get it. All
Yeah.
right. And, the fact that you have all this experience in doing this, people, obviously also come to you for other things. What other type of energy healing do you help with?
I also do private one-on-one consultations, and you
Okay.
can also get those online. Make an appointment with me, and then we can talk about anything. If you just need a different opinion or an open-minded, open-hearted perspective, or maybe just a reminder of more tools that you could use to help yourself, that's really available for you also if you want.
Perfect. And you also do group hypnosis as well. And do you have any upcoming sessions?
I have a Reiki training that is coming up. It's Reiki training level 1 and 2. Uh, Reiki training level 1 is how you learn how to do Reiki on yourself. Level 2 is how you learn how to do it on other people. Most practitioners are level 2. You don't have to be anything more than a level 2 to be a practitioner. However, a master can be the only one that can train you to be Reiki.
Yeah. All right. And we still have more time in our session here. What else did you want to make sure we talk about?
I wanted to also talk about the different hypnosis recordings that I have. I also have, as I said, stress release, and there's pain management. There's body balancing, and body balancing is really about changing your relationship with your body. If you, let's say you really diet a lot and exercise a lot and lose a lot of weight, which is all really great, but you still have a negative relationship with your body,
Mm-hmm.
it's really important that you learn to embrace and love your body under any condition. And so that will help you with that. There's also cigarette control. And I call it cigarette control because I think that it's really important to learn to make decisions of how much you want to smoke or if you don't want to smoke so that you feel really good about turning down the number of times that you smoke and not just have the goal to quit totally. Sometimes that's a big leap for people, and this is a way that you can just wind down and quit eventually if you want to.
Got
There's
it.
also insomnia relief,
Oh,
and that is a really great recording because you can actually play that before you go to sleep. At the end of it, it doesn't wake you back up. It's called an arousal. It doesn't bring you back up into the present. It just will fade out and just let you stay asleep all night long. And that really works too because it programs your brain to go through those steps to sleep.
wow. And did they fall asleep as they're listening to it? Like, wow,
You
it
can.
worked. I don't remember. I think I fell asleep, but really, yeah.
I've had some people where I've done Reiki with them who had sleep issues, and I asked them if they wanted me to play it, and they fell asleep on the tape.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. And, being that, this is a virtual medium as well, like you mentioned, you could do this over Zoom. I just, does it work better in person if we're talking to you, or no, there's no bearing with that? Because that's a little,
I don't think, yeah, I don't think that there's any bearing with it. I think that it's really about energy. And if you're receiving and opening yourself to the energy, you're going to receive. And if you're not, even if you're in person, you're not going to receive. I think that it's about your own will. How much do you want?
yeah. Oh my goodness. And let me ask, with hypnosis, and of course, using your program, what would you say overall, your clients have said? What are they gaining from using this hypnosis tool?
I think that they're gaining self-responsibility. And with self-responsibility, they can do anything. They can do a whole lot more. I think that with self-responsibility, they learn to see themselves differently in a more positive light with a lot more hope for what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, good. And, we all deserve the right to feel better. And, I know we started this conversation talking about pain and pain management. And I just hope people reach out to get the help they need. And, there's a place, sometimes regular medicine does not work, right? A lot of people do it also in conjunction with their medical treatment too. But it's definitely a healthier, better alternative, to keep medicine out of your body, in my opinion. Yeah, and yeah, for sure. And now you got me thinking, like, when could I be hypnotized? Maybe I'll take advantage of this and try this with your self-hypnosis series. There's so much I want to do though.
I would love that. I'd
Do
love to
we,
hear your feedback.
oh my gosh, do we need like, could it be multiple issues or you focus on one each time in a sense?
I think that whatever is your dominant one, start with that first and then just continue with all of them. I mean, I'm always working on a lot of things at one time.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
Always.
I got anxiety. I might be I'm not a smoker, but anxiety to me is probably like the number one thing. And always, I have a problem with like organization. Like I never get things done because I have so much to do. I feel like I'm always in constant overwhelm and over with the kids and with work. And then I end up with like piles all over my house. I don't know what type of problem that is. It's, but I don't hope maybe that could be helped because I never finish a chore. It's just to the next. I stop, and then I look around. I'm like, what did I really do? Do you have
But
a
you put out a
solution
lot
for
of
that?
energy.
Yes.
I would, yeah, it's not that you're not working hard. It's just the way that you're doing things. I think that stress release would be really good because whatever is burdening you, you can let go of that. Also, I call what you just described after this, then. After this, then I'm going to relax. After this, that, there's like this after this, then thing. I
And then
think
I
that,
never do. You're right. I never sit. I never sit. I mean, I sit for work, but then all day you'll never find me sitting on the couch, nothing. It's just
right.
constant go, go, go. And I feel like I'm in the kitchen all the time. I don't even cook much. I have my two
Yeah.
kids, but I'm always in the kitchen cleaning up something they're doing.
Right. Well, I think it would be good to just stop 3 times a day for 3 minutes. and just start sending that message to your body that you're the priority in those 3 minutes. And you're just going to stop and close your eyes and just breathe for 3 minutes. And what
Wow.
that's going to do, it's going to have your soul or your consciousness override any exterior. And that's what you want to do, is start practicing your choice above all in that moment. Will draw in your attention to just you, so that you have a little seed of focus and your choice to build upon, to extend it eventually into the way you're living your life, so that you can learn how to follow through.
Got it. Good advice. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for being here, as always, Lightning Conversation. How can we reach out to you?
You can reach me at Keuka, that's Keuka, energyarts.com.
Perfect. And social media?
You can reach me there also, and just type a letter to me. That would be fine.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day and a better weekend, and we'll touch base again next week.
Great. Look forward to it. Thank
Same
you.
here, sweetheart. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.